Well, I wasn't going to make a video because I really hadn't been able to collect my thoughts very easily today. I have 3 children. Barrett is 22, Allie is 20, and Alex is 13. It's been a very emotional day, and it's hard to explain really all the different emotions that you go through. And it's easy, sometimes you catch yourself falling in line with the typical thought process. But you just have to try to somehow keep a straight head and look at things objectively. And honestly, it's hard to do that when there's so much emotion involved. I guess the first thing I would say is that evil exists. It exists just as non-evil exists. It exists as light and darkness exists. It encompasses everything around you that is not evil. So that's a concept that's hard to maybe imagine for some people, but it's true. I believe it's true. Your common person can repel evil, but the people who harm other people cannot repel it. It's as if it's a force of nature, as in the animal instinct to survive. That's not evil, that's an instinct. But that doesn't mean that evil does not exist. And I know these are really just random thoughts and concepts, but I think it's good to try to visit the root causes just to kind of get your head around it. So if you start off with that premise, this shooter obviously was not able to repel evil, and it absorbed him. He was absorbed by it, and he created a heinous crime. Now, he would have found a way to create this crime. The tool that he used really, how do you say, it's not that it was insignificant, it was very significant, but it's not the cause of the crime, obviously. So you may be saying to yourself, where is all this going? I don't know. Right now it's hard to collect thoughts, but it's easy to get caught up in petty political arguments in these cases. It just really is, and it's hard as a human not to make a political argument, especially if politics is a hobby of yours. You just have to step back, again, as I said earlier, and think about all that is involved. And what is involved is a sick person who could not repel evil. It's that simple. What he did was not simple and not kind and not human, but how it happened is simple. And so you might say to yourself, well, what are the solutions? Well, you cannot, in this universe, in this world, you cannot do away with evil. You cannot do away with the tools of evil. There will always be a tool for evil. All you can do is try to protect those that are not evil, such as children. So I believe that, our schools should be locked down, and that we should have security officers in our schools. Those of you who do not have children, it's easy. for you to say, well, that's an overkill. It would cost too much money, too much trouble, you know. So it is kind of relative. My life experience is that I have 3 children, and I want to feel safe. I want them to feel safe at school, and I'm pretty sure they feel safe at home. But I'm pretty sure after our kids start to see these things that they cannot obviously escape due to the mass media, they are not going to feel safe for a while. And as these things continue to happen, apparently, there is only one solution, I think, and that is to deal with it head on. And if my theory is correct, and that at any given point, a common person who is weak will allow evil to be absorbed, then it becomes a random act, and all you can do is try to protect the children where they are. So I have no problems with rearranging budgets if it means getting rid of some administrators, getting rid of a bus here and there, getting rid of the frou-frou things we try to do at schools to go outside of the normal curriculum. I have no problem with Xing those things and spending money on security systems for our schools. And you say, well, if you do these measures, you've given in. No, we're not giving in. We're just acknowledging that evil exists and that this is the way to deal with it. And until any human can convince me they have accomplished the feat of extinguishing evil, then I will tell you that your solutions will not work. I did have some good news to report. A couple of days ago, I was asked by marineparents.com to submit an application for our fundraiser. And the issue there really is with their brand, and obviously they want to protect that, and they don't want just anyone, making videos about marineparents.com. So I did fill out the application, and I think yesterday she indicated that she would review it today. I had even provided her with a link to the auction site, which has not been published, so that she could look at the auction and fully understand what we were doing. And I just knew that she was going to review the application today at 11 o'clock, maybe, a couple hours after this event, and see that we were trying to auction off a pink cricket rifle, a child's quote-unquote training rifle. And I just knew that we were going to be basically turned down for our fundraiser. But happily, I was sent an email and we have been approved. So I was happy that they were not influenced by the current events, which is easily done, such as the case with the Wounded Warrior Project and their fear of being associated with firearms. So anyway, it's a sad day. I have prayed for the parents of the children that were killed, and gave mine a big hug. And all we can do is keep going on and trying to help the cause of repelling evil and meeting it head on with the appropriate force. Oh, thanks, guys.